fifth dimension for the healing. So the fifth dimension is a little bit confused because nobody used the theory of the fifth dimension for the healing. I think we are the first one use the fifth dimension. So first we need to know what is the fifth dimension. So the fifth dimension, I want the people going to the Wikipedia. Go to your computer to check what is the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension in English is the gravity photon. Gravity photon is GRAVIPHOTON. Gravity photon. So the gravity photon is data found out on the 1970. On the 70, then they kind of theory. So they kind of theory is cannot be proved by the science on the laboratory. So, but it's a theory. But from the name, this means the fifth dimension is relates the gravity and photon. So the gravity from photon, a lot of the things can prove. Like we can say that gravity can change the photon. Another study is the gravity creates the photon also. So, but we are not the real scientists. So we just know that it's a fifth dimension. So in our life, how can we see the fifth dimension? So we need to prove it. That's easy to understand it. So on the gravity photon, the theory is from the anti-gravity. So anti-gravity and the gravity is different. In the day is the opposite. So the anti-gravity, or we call the gravity photon, they can affect the gravity also. So that is very, very confused. So even though you go to the Wikipedia, does not mean you can understand it. But I don't want the people to understand, but only the thing you know, it is the fifth dimension. The gravity photon is a fifth dimension, and it is an anti-gravity. That is enough. And also, it is the number 5 force in the universe, the fifth force. So the fifth force does mean another force. If you are on the different dimension, you must have a different condition you can see. So we very easily can see is the spaceship. Inside the spaceship, there's no gravity. Why? Because the Earth lost the gravity to the spaceship. So in the spaceship, we can fly. And all the objects inside the spaceship can fly. So they must tighten up. So if you can see watch the TV in the spaceship inside, you can see everything can fly. So on that kind of condition, we call the fifth dimension. So on the fifth dimension, all the activity change. So not only our view change, but the condition is changed. So then in the study, when the spaceman come back from the space to the Earth, then they lost the bone. So because they lost the gravity. Then another thing, they send the tumor to the spaceship. The tumor is fly away also. The particle is keep going out. So this means they can change the density of the object in the fifth dimension. So in the fifth dimension, we can use for the healing. So in fact, we already made our machine before. So our machine before, they have the anti-gravity force. Then they have the photon force. Also, they have the electron force also. So they have 3 different kind of energy. But when we make this machine, we didn't follow the fifth dimension theory, just by the luck or by coincidence, by whatever. So, but when we use this machine, we have the excellent result. So that is what we are doing now.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can you describe how you use the machine with patients? Do you put it on the floor underneath them? Do they put it on their bed? Where do you place it and how close to the...
Yeah, this machine, of course, you can put it on your body, but you can put it outside your body, not too far, about 1 yard or 1 feet. So, because in our theory, we are used the quantum physics theory. On the quantum physics theory, then this machine can create the anti-gravity, but anything is the gravity, they have a graviton. Graviton is a particle. Then we have the photon. Photon is a particle. Then we have an electron. Electron is a particle. So there are 3 different kinds of particles. So the particle on the quantum physics, they can entangle it by the observation effect. So we use the observation effect to make this 3 particle entangle with the human being's particle. So that is the way we don't need to put it on the body, but we can put in front of the body. Of course, some people like to put it on the body, okay, but you say, I like people sleep, they can put it under the bed. So we use this one used for the cancer or the modern neuron disease. So the cancer, then they can change the graviton. So to loosen up the graviton on the motor neuron disease, we can entangle to charge their photon, because on our neuron is a function with the photon. So on our nerve, they function with the electron. So this machine have a piece of ceramic here. They can create the photon. So the 3 particles can entangle to the body, then to balance or healing the body. Strange?
It makes sense.
Makes sense. So on this kind, the machine we are called the tornado. But this is a single one, but we can put the tornado on different shade of the device. So we can put 2 on this device. Or we have then you can put 4. It doesn't matter how many you put. So that is the theories you base it on the free energies. But the free energy is based on the 5th dimension.
The free, what was that word? Energy? No,
free energies, which are the electron, graviton, and photon.
The 3.
Of course, they have more energy in the universe, but it's in our ability limit. So we only do the free on the starting is enough. So they can cover so many things in the body. Of course, this energy can change the biochemical also. Because the biochemical, they require the energy, then they can function. For example, then the hormone in the body. The hormone, they must have the bioelectricity, then they can function. Not just say I have a hormone, they can function. No, you need the energy. Like the gasoline in the car, you need the energy. The electricity, the spark plug, then the car can run. So you just talk whatever. Just like when you work on the New York Times, Time Magazine, and the Boston Group. That's I know you.
Why did you name this the tornado?
Tornado is crazy. Then we can cleanse everything. So the disease and plus the people's concept also. Because their concept need to cleanse it. Because our concept, everybody, most the people, their concept still like in the Newton's classical physics. So tornado, another thing that's like the new revolution coming to cleanse all the garbage. Then we build the new theory. Does that make sense?
It does. You can't build a new theory till you clean out the old one.
Yeah, you need the old one, but we not deny the old one. But they need to accept the new one also. Then they can come by, then we can be more result on the healing.
So it sounds like, I know you said this before, that you have to understand quantum physics, the double slit experiment, in order to understand the foundation of what you're doing.
No, because on the so-called quantum physics is a realism. Newton is on the materialism. So the two argue 200 years. Now should be the time to accept each other.
So you're not saying that one replaces the
No. For example, we believe like the people, if the people have the infection, they should take the antibiotic. We cannot deny it. But if the people have inflammation, the antibiotic not work.
Right.
So they need to use the nervous system. For example, the people they have the motor neuron disease. The chemical not work because the neuron is not dependent the chemical, they dependent on the photon. So we should put the photon to feed, to charge the neuron. But in our practice, everybody like to use a chemical.
Yeah.
They put all different name on the chemical. Why we not thinking the neuron require be charged by the photon, biophoton. So when we found out lately, our body have a free radical. The free radical is come out from the biophoton. So why we use a chemical to cleanse the free radical? We should use the technique to balance the biophoton. Then they can stop the free radical. So this is science. So the common sense and the logic.
Can you describe very simply, and this may be too big a question, but how the biophoton stops the free radical?
We need more information. So, but the free radical and the biophoton, they both belong to the particle. So the particle, that is meaning we must use the theory of the quantum physics. So the quantum physics is a realism. So we must follow the realism. What is the mind? So where is the mind? Consciousness. So consciousness is from the observation effect. But our observation effect is based not on the person. It's from the collective unconscious. So we know the mind can change the particles condition. So like a double slit experiment. But we know the mind can change the water, the shape of the water also. The form of the water can change by the mind is from a model study.
The
Japanese scientist. So the mind can change the flower, the plane, and many things. So that is on the study. So why we not believe or we not trust our mind also, right? So we can use the mind as a power. So I talk to the mind, body, and the spirit. So the mind, what is the mind? The mind you coming down. No. Use the mind as a power to entangle the particle. That is our mind useful. Not to say I calm down my mind, I believe it, my mind is strong. No. The more strong the mind is on the observation effect, they change everything.
That means everyone has the power, has that mind power. Because
everyone have that. Even though the animal, they have it also. So when we talk in the observation effect, so they have observation, but they have another is a be observed. Be observed is important also. So like the girl like the make up, the man like to do more exercise, build up the muscle. Why? Because they want to be observed, right? When you be observed, then your mood will change. So the flower like be observed also. The water can be observed. So they kind of be observed, the water, they change. So depending by the observer is important. So the observer, if you have a bad idea, bad brainwave, then the water will show on them. They're unhappy. The flower is unhappy. So if you have a happy or positive, then they will positive form change on the particle. So that is it. So, but on the fifth dimension, it is a fifth force. And it's a 5 dimension, so we should use it. It is a power. But this power, I don't know any people in the whole world use anti-gravity for healing. I think we are the only one so far.
Never heard of it.
No?
I wanted to ask you a question. For a few weeks in your classes, you were having people use the anti-gravity machine to see if they could lose inches. And it was like it looked like a Weight Watchers class.
Yes.
But it was
Now we have 80 people on the study, only one notebook.
18 or 80?
80. Yeah, 80 people, only one notebook. So, because during the 15 minutes, 98% of the people, the weight shrunk from 1 to 5 inches. So, no scientist can explain it. Of course, they think it's a joke, they think they're laughing. But we can do the same also. So they can assume that only near 15 minutes. So when your cell charged by the gravity, then the cell's density will higher. So the density higher, this means the size is smaller. So this is science. So another thing is, on the people, but you use the anti-gravity, but on the fifth dimension, the anti-gravity can trigger the gravity also. So this is very interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it. Were you talking about
No, that is on the study, not here, I don't know, but that is on the study, they mentioned on the Wikipedia. So if you want to know more about the fifth dimension, or we call the gravity photon, then you can find out your whole idea, your whole concept will be changed. Alright? So, okay, the people, any question, they can come over here, see how we made the weight shrunk, how we made the tumor shrunk also. Because on the study, they already send the tumor to the space. The tumor shrunk or disappear. The bone is the calcium disappearing. So that is the study. Of course, the anti-gravity, another function, they can trigger the gravity also. So far in our study, we do not find out any side effect. But at least 98% of the people on the weight loss.
Yeah.
Proof.
And it has stayed that way?
Stays on that way. All right.